What's up, guys? Kevin here, and I'm going to talk about a touchy subject. And this is just based on my experiences here in Japan for the first month. So I don't know if it's just coincidence or whatever, but that's just what I've experienced, and I don't want to label everyone as this, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting. So what I'm talking about is discrimination in Japan and how the Japanese view other foreigners. So for me, I don't know if they can tell if I'm a foreigner or if I'm not Japanese. And because to be honest, it's really hard for people to really judge what race I am. And yeah, so I won't say what race I am, you can just try to guess, but I'm not Japanese, that's the thing. So I don't know if they can tell that I'm not Japanese and use that to their advantage um, and I guess um, not show me the care that I really deserve as a customer. So I'll show examples from three scenarios. The first two are pretty like whatever, and it's not something that um, that I really care about. But these two instances where I was walking in the street, and in Japan, there's a lot of people handing out flyers and handing out napkins that also have the company's information on them. So, you get a napkin or, yeah, some tissue packs as well as the advertisements. So, you benefit from them and they benefit from handing out advertisements to you. So, I was walking in Denden Town or Otaku Road, so near those places. There's a lot of times when people give out things, they just randomly pass it out to every single person because they need to hand it out and don't really care who they hand it out to. So I was walking through a Yahoo mobile store and they're handing out tissue packs. So I kind of wanted one, and at the same time, I wanted to support them because no one's really getting the tissue pack. So I figured, yeah, I'll just pick one up. But once I walked past, she was offering to every single person who was walking past, and most of them didn't really get it. So I was thinking, oh, I might as well pick up a tissue pack. So once I walked past, I kind of looked at her direction as if like, hey, I want one, please give it to me. But then she like totally just ignored me and pretended it did not even exist, and continued handing it out to people around me instead. So I was like, what the heck? But I just continued walking, and whatever, it's their loss. So that's just one of them. The second time, I was with a coworker, and we're both. He's clearly a foreigner because he is actually from the UK, so he's a visible minority. And we just came out of the subway, and we're walking through a shopping area, and there are a lot of people handing out flyers to restaurants and to other places. And there's this guy who's handing out the flyers, and I kind of wanted one because I was interested in seeing what kind of food they have inside the restaurant. But again, once we walked past, he just stopped handing out flyers to us. He kind of retracted his arm, waited till we passed by, then he continued handing out flyers. So yeah, I don't know what was that, but yeah, that's something that they did. So yeah, and but whatever, it's not too big of a deal because again, it's their loss for not handing out advertisements to potential customers. So that's the second thing. The third thing, this time I was by myself. The first two instances I was with another person, so that's how it was. But the third time I was by myself, and it was clearly discrimination. Clearly discrimination. I was going to Starbucks, and it was in a Starbucks in Japan is pretty big, so there's actually a line they queue up, and there's a person who will hand out menus to every person who queues up. And in that case, you know what to order when you go to the front counter, saves time, and also keeps the whole flow of Starbucks um, nice and speedy, almost as quick as a drive-through. So I was going to the line, And there's some people in front of me, and there's a person who hands out the drink menus to each person in front of me. Then once she saw me, she stopped and she clearly just like retracted her arm. And I was looking at her kind of like, I want one too, because I don't know what kind of Starbucks drinks they have in Japan. I went to Starbucks a lot of times in Canada, but again, I don't know what kind of drinks there are or if it differs. So I had to read the menu at the front instead. Not too big of a deal, but again, it's not the full drink menu. So I was looking at her like, I want a drink menu too. And she totally looked away as if I never even existed. And she continued handing out the drink menus to the people behind me. And I was like, what the heck? And she didn't even she did not even like cared at all. And I felt like I don't really care because I knew the Starbucks drinks, but I just didn't know if it was the same in Canada, so I didn't really mind. I didn't care, but again, just the clear fact that she totally ignored the fact that I was actually lining up, and which yeah, it's not like again, it's not like I did not want to drink me. I was looking at her, and I was sticking out my hand as if like I wanted to drink me, but she did not even give me the drink me. She did not even um, recognize the fact that I was in line going to buy a drink in Starbucks. So, um, not too frustrated by it, but just a clear discrimination that was there was, I was a bit annoyed though. And again, this doesn't happen often. It happens like once a week. These stuff happens, so not too bothered by it. But for the most part, I don't want to say everything's negative, but for the most part, the people are really friendly, and they will give 110% customer satisfaction, which is um, beyond my expectations of anything. So going to stores, going to restaurants, they'll treat you um, better than you even deserve. So that's good. But just the handing out of things, I don't know why, but is it because they think I can't read Japanese or what? Or they think it'll be useless, or because I'm not staying long term that I won't even have the time to go there? I don't know. There could be a lot of factors, and it may not just be because I'm not Japanese or whatever, but could be many other things. But the vibe that I was getting is I'm a foreigner, which is why they don't even bother to give me the attention that I deserve. So that's the impression that I was getting. Anyway, that's just just a video about what's been going on in the streets in Japan. Again, I don't want to say that this is happening all over Japan because I haven't really been to a lot of places other than Osaka and Osaka area. So that's just my impressions on it. Again, it could be different if you go to other cities or other prefectures. Um, yeah, just something to keep in mind. Yep, so again, it was a little touchy. If you have any other questions or comments, or if you are Japanese, then maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you know their tendencies, maybe you know why they're doing what they do. So again, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear why why they're like that. So anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching this video. It was stretching a little bit long, but yeah, thanks again. And as always, have a nice day. See ya.